Now this concept of arousal from above, Moshe wanted that it should be in the land of Israel, that's the fount of the souls of Israel, that corresponds with the land of Israel, like it's written, and that you should be for me a desired land, a land of the arousal from above, that's wanted from above already. And that's his request, that I should see the land. Because in order to have this concept, the arousal from above, to draw down without an arousal from below at all, like we said with the study of Torah, that's from a very high level, that the arousal from below does not reach there, and that's the idea that no thought can grasp at all, that level. The arousal from below doesn't reach there, so no thought can grasp there. But what does reach that level? A concept of sight. Like it's written that your eyes are doves. Like it's known and explained in another place, that the souls of Israel are called my dove, when they're in a high level of the gazing of the dove. Like it says, my attached one, my beloved, my dove. That there's a number of levels first until it reaches this level to be called my dove. It even says achas yonasi, that with shishim hema malachos shmonim pelagshim, but the dove is unique. Because of the sight of the dove, that the dove looks at its partner with love, similar to the basayana, I guess. But it's like Moshe looking at the land. So this idea of you started of the Sirus Leila is connected to this that I should see the land. That you have this idea that no thought can grasp at all, that you should have is in the Sirus Leila, that where Sirus Tasata doesn't reach, so that's to see the land. Moshe wants to see the land. And this is what it says, I want to see the land. That Moshe is from this level of sight. Like it says that he saw the beginning to him. And through this, that Moshe sees the land. This draws down that you should always have this arousal from above on its own. And that's what it means that I supplicated towards Hashem. So Vaetchanan is to ask for a free gift. Like Rashi brings, V'yidua Mamar Razal Chinam Bilo Mitzvos. And it's known the statement of our sages, the free without mitzvos. That's where that statement's from. That we ate these things from Mitzrayim free, meaning free without mitzvos. So matnas chinam, the Tzemach Tzedek is applying to this idea as well. Mitzvos. So what does it mean here in this context? That through the mitzvos nimshach yisrusad le'ela mitzad yisrusad l'sata, there you draw down arousal from above through an arousal from below. Ve'in zechina mamash, and that's not truly free. Val ha'yisrusad le'ela, but the arousal from above, ishtadlusa deoraisa, the toil in Torah, kol man deboy zocha b'chulu, anybody who wants can merit it. Lo agra klal, without a recompense concept at all. So the Rebbe says on the bottom, the arousal from above, b'ksav yad beis nosaf, shenimshach below yisrusat l'sata, that it's drawn down without the arousal from below, b'chinas matnas chinam, that's the free gift. B'zeh yuvan mashakasav b'zohar truma daf kuf kaf ches amud aleph, and that with this you can understand what's brought in the Zohar truma. Back in the Mamar, but the toil towards the Holy One, blessed be He, that's established with our efforts. You can't take it for naught and in an empty way. Begin to lo zachi bahu uvda klal chulu, because you don't merit that type of service at all. Meaning there's a type of arousal from above that needs the arousal from below, and you shouldn't get for free. That's the kaima ba'uvda is the ashtadlusa, the gudshabichu, the kaima ba'uvda. So that's the regular order of your avoda that evokes the Yisrusad Leila. Vain sham de muchachlan mikroi, and look over there that it proves this from the psukim. Lo nisbar sham hitev hatam b'meforshi hazor ma shekasav haTorah ma shna haTorah mitzvos. And look over there, well, and the reason in the meforshim and the Zohar, it's not explained well there in the Meforshim what the difference between Torah and mitzvahs is over there. That it says Ishtadlut deoraisa kol man deboy zachaba, that the toil in Torah anybody who wants can merit it, but the Ishtadlut dekushbrichu the kaima beuvda, but the toil in the Holy One blessed be He, that's established with uvda, meaning maiseh, the Maiseh mitzvos, asir l'nat l'lamagana, there you can't take it for free, b'rekanya, and empty. Begin to lo zacha bahuv the klal, that you don't merit that hamshach at all. So the meforshim that don't explain this well. But according to what we just explained, we can understand it. We can understand it very well. The difference between the arousal of Torah and the arousal of mitzvos. Kliyos maisei hamitzvos nimshach ekar ha'isrusad le'ela yidei isrusad l'sata, that since by the act of the mitzvos we draw down an arousal from above through the arousal from below dafka, specifically v'kivin shetzarich liyos isrusad l'sata dafka, and since you have to have this arousal from below specifically, imkain tzarich liyos ha'isrusad l'sata b'chol ha'bechinos, therefore you need to have this arousal from below in all of its concepts, in all of its aspects. V'lo dailo l'shisha lulav b'inanea, and it's not enough that you could borrow lulav and shake it, or sheyishal tefillin ma'acherim, or to borrow tefillin from someone else. Rak yotzem mamono alzeh, but he has to spend his money on this. That's the idea with all of your might. That reflects this arousal from below. That you're aroused to do everything in your ability, and money is not considered for you. Which is not the case if it's for free and for naught. It's not such an arousal, unless there's no other way. That what else could he do? He's already doing whatever he can. and then you can borrow, and the like Masha Einkin bit Torah, which is not the case with the study of Torah. That that's drawn without the arousal from below. Hilkach, therefore, afilu b'magana shapir dami, even if it's you teach it for free, you're learning for free, that works. Vein shum kpedals, and there's no being makbid on that. Lo chesef v'lo mechir yain v'chalav the kaila Torah v'kamosh kosef b'zor, and that's why the pasuk says, go and buy and eat without money and without a cost, milk, wine and milk. That refers to Torah study, like it's brought in the Zohar. That's without cost, not to charge for Torah study. And that's the idea of for free that's mentioned here. So it says matnas chinam ve'eschanan is a matnas chinam, that it's a free gift, meaning in the Isrusa de La'ila, that's not dependent on Isrusa de La'sata. V'zeu mashkas of tilim kuv yutes kavtes v'sura secha chaneni, and grace me with your Torah. Kin tichonenu salamdenu, and we say, so too you should be gracious to us and teach us. That the chanina, which is a matnas chinam, is connected with teaching us Torah. So that's why chonenu is connected with Talmud Torah, because it's this idea of Yisrus Le'ila Mitzaratzma. And you were gracious to us to teach us your Torah. Again, a concept of matnas chinam by Torah. Nirali lashon chanina ala Torah. So it seems to me, Tzemach Tzedek says, this language of chanina, of being gracious with Torah, because the Torah is this idea of this arousal from above. Not the arousal from above, below, like we said. And that's the concept of being gracious from the language of a free gift. And that's the language of the Sifri when in Parshas Naso, I guess in the Birchas Kohani, when it says V'yichuneka, and Hashem will be gracious to you. That is in the study of Torah. V'yichuneka b'matnas chinam, and Hashem, and the statement of our sages continues in the Sifri there. And in addition to Talmud Torah, it says, and the V'yichuneka also means a free gift. Because both of them are one idea, they're the same thing. And that's why the Torah is called the accompaniment of grace to you, to your little shaka, to your head, like some kind of crown, but it's called an adornment of grace, because this concept of chanina. And our sages said in Gemara Ksubos on the verse, the ram of love, and the Yael and the Shiram or the goat of grace. Imchein Maile Alom De'echulu, that if she raises up grace on to those who study her, and so forth. So that's that beloved ram and goat that's compared to the Torah. So it says Ve'yalas chen. What is it? What is Yalas chen? It's from Lashon Maila, that she lifts up grace upon those who study her. So the Yalas chen is from the language of to lift up grace on them. Because grace is also this idea of the free gift that we said, like it says by the Yud Gimel Midos, that I will be gracious to those who I am gracious upon, even though they don't merit it. It's a matnas chinam. And about this idea, Moshe Rabbeinu needed to request that me and your nation should be wondrous in this aspect. Because the concept of arousal from below does not reach this level at all. You could also draw down prophecy to the idol worshippers. That's why Moshe had to request that we should be wondrous, because you can't reach this level at all with your vodah. So it could, at first glance, be equal to everyone. Therefore, Moshe says, make sure that this level only comes to us, to Bnei Israel. And this it says, do not be gracious to those rebellious sinners. So, meaning tachon from chanina, matnas chinam to them, even though no arousal from below can affect there. Meaning that the chanina should be able to reach them as well. Matan Torah. And that's why also in Torah the language is of a gift, the giving of the Torah. And so too, the pasuk says, and that from the desert is a gift. Because this concept of Torah does not come with the arousal from below. Therefore, our sages said, our sages said that just like I gave it for free, so too you should give it for free. And that's the source of that's the root of the forbidden, what the Torah forbids us of not being gracious to the nations in Israel, not finding don't find grace in your eyes their idol worshipping practices. Meaning, but here we're saying that don't give them chen, do not give them this chanina, this matnas chinam, this free gift that Torah represents, the idea of this Isserus Leila on its own. And our sages said, do not give them a free gift, in order so that they do not reach or receive from this high level. Like we said, like we said on the verse, don't altachon kol bogdi oven. And this is what it says, that I supplicated towards Havaya. Ve'eschanan from Lashon Chanina. Ubishlomo ksiv. And by Shlomo, by the building of the Beis Hamikdash, it says, that I supplicated in front of Havaya, asking for this matnas chinam. Ha'inyan, and the concept is dichsiv Havaya kel rachum v'chanun, that Havaya is the divinity of mercy and grace. Uksiv chanun v'rachum Havaya, and it says that gracious and merciful is Havaya. Nizkar pam chanun kodim shem Havaya. So at one point it says So one pasuk says gracious before the name of Havaya, that is that there's two concepts of graciousness. Ha'alef hanimshach mishim Havaya. The first is that comes from the name of Havaya, and that's what it says, that Havaya is merciful and gracious, describing Havaya, that it comes from Havaya. And the second is higher than the name of Havaya. And that is that the name of Havaya represents the idea of the order of creation canal, like we said, therefore in order to have the creation of the name of Havaya from the essence of the infinite may be blessed, that happens from the concept of chanun, of free gift from above, that's this free gift, this arousal from below, without the arousal from below, that does not need what's below in order to give this flow. Because on that level you can't have any arousal from below, because it's before the Hishtalshalus. And this is the difference between what Shlomo says, that I supplicated in front of Havaya, or above Havaya, or he's saying in front of Havaya, that is to say, that's the graciousness from the name of Havaya, like we said. So Shlomo's level is lower, lifnei Havaya, meaning he's supplicating from the name of Havaya, that it should be nimshach from Havaya. Aval b'Moshe ksiv ischanan el Havaya, but by Moshe it says that I was supplicated to Havaya, not in front. That is to say, that he drew down this idea of graciousness that's beyond the name of Havaya. Elo b'chinas shem Havaya, to the concept of the name of Havaya, I guess. I think that the word hu is extra here, l'chora. It says, El hu b'chinas shem Havaya kadeshi yeh b'chinas yisavus shem Havaya. In order to have the creation of this name of Havaya, v'hu inyan ha'amshach ha'memakom shelamayla misirus l'sata, and that's what the concept of drawing down from beyond the place, beyond the arousal from below, beyond from where that can reach. Shumatnas chinam below mitzvos, that's a free gift, free without the mitzvos. Shein ma'aseh mitzvos yicholim lagia sham, that is that in our context, that the mitzvos cannot reach there. Rak Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom himshich b'sham, only Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom drew down from there. Now Shlomo HaMelech said this by the founding of the temple, and it makes sense because the korbanos are connected the tefillos that we said before, the concept of tefillah in comparison to Torah. ואחר כך נאמר כי הוא רק משה רבנו עליו השלום המשיך משם, only Moshe Rabbeinu עליו השלום drew down from there, כי הוא מקור התורה, because he is the source of Torah, represents this idea of המשכת Torah. Mamar Moshe kibel Torah Sinai, like he says that Moshe received Torah from Sinai. Anochi made bin Havaya chulu, that I'm this memutza mechaber between Havaya and you. So ואחר כך נאמר באיסהי. So bin Havaya beinichem seems to be below Havaya, but he's drawing down from above Havaya to draw it down into the name of Havaya. So the Ohr Moshe is more than just the process of El Havaya. At any rate, he doesn't explain the lashon bin Havaya. And then it says afterwards, at that Havaya be'esahi, to Havaya in. So we have this matnas chinam el havaya to havaya, and in that time kemvur lamayla uzdalid, like we explained above in the uzdalid of the Mamar al pasuk eis lahov, with the idea of there's a time to love, shmidas malchus yisparech nikra eis, that the attribute of kingship is called the time. So you draw it down to malchus nikra es, and it's also called es. It's called eis and it's called es. Es hatafel and eis, whether you're going from above to below or from below to above, the shiluv havaya be'adnus or adnus be'havaya. V'zeu v'ahavta es havaya, and that's what we say in Shema, that you should love es havaya, you should love havaya, that you should go upwards towards havaya. Sheyagilu shem havaya b'bechina zu anikra eis o es, that you should have this revelation of the name of havaya into that which is called the time, or the es, meaning that the matnas chinam el havaya should afterwards be drawn down, the havaya into the adnus, into malchus. And now, like we said, vikach hugam kina perish kan benyan ve'etchanan chulu beisahi, and so too is the explanation on the pasuk ve'etchanan be'esahi, into the in that time. What does that mean? In that time, shimshich bechinas chanun liyos yisavus shem havaya bechinas esahi shu midas malchus yisbarich, that he drew down the chanun, the graciousness to have the creation of the name of havaya, and into the concept of the time, which is the attribute of his kingship. May be blessed. Shehi Knesset Yisrael, that's the souls of Israel. And the Rebbe says on the bottom, Iksav Yad Bez Nosaf, in the second Iksav Yad it says, back to Inyan V'ahavta Hu es, but only that the concept of that you should love Hamshach Al Yidei Isrus L'Sata Kulei, that you're drawing down completely through the arousal from below. Inyan V'aschanan Kulu Ba'es Hahi Hamshach Mebechinis Isrus L'Ela Matnas Chinam Kulo. There, so in V'ahavta es, that's completely the arousal from below to draw down the arousal from above, and here we're talking about drawing down into the malchus from the arousal from above completely, without the arousal from below. So both are drawn to malchus, but one is through avoda, and the one is the from above without avoda, through Torah, and through the vision. And back in the Mamar, so the Malchus is the Knesset Yisrael. And the beginning of the line, Knesset Yisrael O Perish Lemor V'esahi Lemor. And so what does it mean at the end of the statement, and that time to say Malchus to Kayalat, to say that Malchus refers to the Torah. So to connect this idea of Ve'etchanan El Havaya Be'esahi, that whole concept, it doesn't mention Torah yet. It just talks about the Chanina to Havaya and to draw down into the Eis. But Lemor means that it's done through Torah, that is the idea of Torah, Ohr Hatorah, that's the language that represents the Torah. Shidvar Havaya, that's the word of Hashem. Moshe Kasu b'makom acher al pasuk v'yidaber Elokim es kol dvarim ha'ela Lemor. And like it's brought in another place on the statement of before the Yisrael Sedibros that Hashem, that Elokim spoke all these things to say that it's the dibur of Torah. And this type of drawing down is what Moshe wanted to effect when he said, let me cross over and see, in order to draw down this concept of arousal from above into the souls of Israel continuously or constantly, that we should have this ability to draw this down through our study of Torah. And that's why it says that you began the Torah that's the arousal from above on its own from Torah, and also the arousal from above that awakens the arousal from below, and therefore Moshe says, let me pass over into the land, the maiver of Hamshacha. So the concept of derech maiver is also, in general, an idea of going through the levels without checkpoints. It's Hamshacha, like in Yisrus Leila on its own. Lahamshich bechinas Yisrus Leila v'knesses Yisrael tamid, to draw down this arousal from above into the souls of Israel constantly. Could Lekaman, like we'll explain. Achlo niskayim biado b'kashazu. But this request was not fulfilled to actually go over into the land of Israel. Rak amar lo tzavs Yoshua chulu. But he told him, command Yoshua v'chol Yisrael. Now but in all of Israel, and that you need to have this arousal from below to draw down the arousal from above. That you can't just have the arousal from above. And that's why it says, now Israel, listen to these statutes. Why do we need to listen to the statutes? We need to do the mitzvos because we have to have this arousal from below. So, but nonetheless, even though he wasn't able to pass over to have a complete Isserus Leila without Isserus Lasata, nonetheless, but we have to have the mitzvos first. Nonetheless, Hashem told him, go up to the head of the Pisgah, and see it with your eyes. So there is a concept of Re'iyah from Moshe into the land. And command Yoshua and strengthen him. That the Moshe will strengthen the Isirus Lasata that Yoshua represents of the Maaseh Mitzvahs through going up and seeing the land. That he does see the land, but from outside. And the concept is that Moshe Rabbeinu was able to accomplish this idea through a sight from afar. He was able to accomplish this from a sight from afar. So he wasn't able to see it mikarov, but from mirachok. That is, that you should be able to draw down an arousal from above, to awaken the arousal from below, and just like the idea of the blessings, that the sages established, that the chachamim are called the eyes of the congregation, from this idea of that your eyes are doves. That's this idea of this arousal from above that's drawn down on its own from this concept of sight, that it says you should see it with your eyes, the land. You should see it with your eyes because you won't pass over. I mean to say that this sight, at least you can do from Mirachok. To awaken that there should be an arousal from below. And that's what it says. That's what it means. Command Yoshua. It's drawn from Moshe, this strength and ability to Yoshua. Through this arousal from above, like we said. And in the time to come it says you will see eye to eye. And that is that we'll have a revelation of this level of vision of Moshe, that is this idea of this arousal from above, that will reach the level of Moshe in the time to come of this vision of this arousal from above, beyond the arousal from below. Nispor Inyan Moshe Rabbeinu Olav Shalom. So we explain the concept of Moshe. That he wanted to draw down this idea of drawing of arousal from above into the souls of Israel, to see the land. Because on this level no thought can grasp it at all or reach there. on our own, only through the concept of sight, that your eyes are doves. Yonasi, my dove, and he asked for grace, a free gift, to draw down this concept of grace and a free gift, el havaya, to havaya, like the idea of Rachum v'chanun havaya, that the chanun comes before the havaya instead of havaya rachum v'chanun, where it comes after the havaya. Masha ein kein b'shlomo, which is not the case with the Shlomo Ischananti lefnei havaya, where it says I supplicated in front of Hashem, below Hashem. V'zeu chinam below mitzvos. And that's why it says, free without the mitzvahs, v'lo niskayim biyado. So Moshe wanted to be free without the mitzvahs, that this should simply be drawn down the Chorah. That's the Havamina here. That he wanted this Isrus Leila completely. Even though the Havamina before in the Mamar is that there's a difference between Isrus Leila on its own and an Isrus Leila that comes after the Isrus Lasata. Here we see there seems to be this idea that Moshe was truly requesting in Isrus Leila on its own, even without the mitzvahs, that it should just be the Isrus Leila. Atachilosa, so let me see the land from up close, that the whole entire thing should be from beyond our abilities. But Hashem said that Hashem did not, that request wasn't fulfilled, but actually we have to have also the mitzvahs as well in order to draw down Isrus Leila afterwards. But Moshe's vision from Mirachok did give us the ability, this Isrus Leila that comes before the Isrus Lasata. So birchas on mitzvahs, then that this is like the blessing of the mitzvahs, Isrus Leila, Hagore Misrus Lasata, that this arousal from above that causes the arousal from below, Einei Ha'eda, that's established by the rabbis, the sages, who are the eyes of the congregation, Einei Yonim, that your eyes are doves. Achlas Yilavo Ein Ba'ain Yiru, but in the time to come, this we will see eye to eye, we will reach this level of Isrus Leila on its own. Maybe that's also connected to the idea of how the mitzvahs, the idea of mitzvahs betelos la'asilava, meaning to say that the Isrus Lasata idea of it, but that it'll be like this idea of Isrus Leila that Moshe wanted, that we will see eye to eye, that we'll have this concept of the vision of Moshe,